Hello everyone. Column reinforcement is one of the most repetitive tasks during quantity takeoff. What if PlanSwift could automatically calculate your reinforcement quantities in just a few clicks? Starter columns may be small, but manually calculating their reinforcement across an entire project quickly becomes repetitive. In this tutorial, I will show you how to build a reusable PlanSwift template that automatically calculates the main bar's reinforcement for both neck column and the main column of the building, helping you save time and improve accuracy on every project. So without any delay, let's get started. Before we begin building the template, let me very quickly show you the completed template first. In this first example, we will get the quantity of main bar's reinforcement in the neck column. So I'll name it neck column rebar, column type 2, and then select the dia, 16 mm dia, and then the corresponding bar weight, and then the number of rows, 6 numbers. I'll provide the neck column height 1.6 meters and then the projection 0.75 meters. I'll then get to the neck column tab. To complement the neck column details, I'll provide the horizontal bend 0.3 meters and then the vertical bend. Here I would like to explain something. All neck columns have horizontal bend, but not all neck columns have vertical bend, depending on your region or specification. If your project requires that you provide the vertical bend, you provide the length. If it doesn't, just provide the horizontal bend and that should be good. Next is the base cover. Reinforcements are not directly placed on the ground, they are placed on concrete blinding. So in order to have accurate neck column reinforcement length, we need to less the base cover from the total height, 50 mm. And with these details, I'll click on OK to highlight. I'll then highlight. And with those few clicks, the software has generated the total main bar's reinforcement quantities required in those 8 neck columns, column type 2. As the second example, let us get the total main bar's reinforcement quantities required in the main columns of the column type 2. So I'll activate the same template. I'll name it main column rebar, column type 2. I'll then provide the details. It is 16 mm dia and then the corresponding bar weight and then the number of rows, 6 numbers. I'll provide the column height 3.5 meters and then the projection, if any, 0.75 meters. Since this is the main column, we have nothing to do with the neck columns tab. I'll click on OK to highlight. I'll then highlight. And with this single template, we are able to generate the total main bar's reinforcement quantities in those 8 column type 2. And guess what? The software does not stop here. It also gives you more details in the estimating tab. Let me show you. I'll click on the estimating tab. And in the estimating, the software has a record, the total quantities of reinforcement in kg, the bar weight used, the dia in millimeter, the total rod length in the neck column and in the main column, and also the number of rows. Now, isn't this interesting? And in the next minutes, I will show you exactly how I have built this template. So without any delay, let's jump right in. To build this template, you click on templates. You then choose the tab you wish to save this template into. If you want to create a new tab for your template, you can click on this new tab button and then name and create the tab you wish to save this template into. Next, we ask, which of the tools can cover this requirement? Our template is related to counting, so of course it's the count tool. Let's click on it. I'll name it still column. You can then select the shape you want to see on the highlight, and then tick this box if you wish to control the size of the highlight, and then click on OK. Now our template is created, but it needs some customization. I will come to the template, right click on it, and then click on properties. I'll then click on advanced. As you can see in the advanced properties, we have many properties here. We now need to create our own properties and then customize them. I want my properties to be in this estimating, so I'll click on any property in estimating and then click on this add property button. I'll name my first property dia. I'll then click on OK. Next property, bar weight. I'll click on OK. Next property, number of rows. Next property, column height. Next property, projection. Rod height. Next property, rod length. Next property, horizontal bend. Next property, vertical bend. Next property, base cover. I'll then click on OK. Now I have my properties. Next, I'll need to assign units for these newly created properties of mine. So I'll come to the first one, dia in millimeter, and the bar weight in kg. The rods is in numbers. Column height in meters. Next, right now the software does not access these properties. So in order for the software to access these properties, we now need to check off the boxes of the properties we want the software to access. So I'll come to the first one and then tick it box, and the next one, and the next one. Also, there are certain items I do not want to see when putting my form together. So I'll scroll to untick them. Next, I would like to see a drop-down list from which I choose the dia, whether it is 8mm dia, 12mm dia, 16mm dia. So I'll come to the dia property and then double click on it, and then provide the list I want to see in the drop-down menu. I'll then click on OK. I will also double click on the bar weight to provide the corresponding bar weights. I'll then change the decimals to 3 decimal places and then click on OK. For the number of rows, if you wish, you can provide something. I'll then click on OK. I then want the software to remember something for the visuals. So I'll come to the dia, and in it, I want the software to remember 16mm dia and then the corresponding bar weight. For the number of rods, if you wish, you can provide something, but I choose to leave it empty until when I want to use the template. And since the vertical bend is optional, I'd love to write something like 0 in it. It is just for the visuals. Whenever you want to use the template, you can simply erase the 0 from the form and then write the length of the vertical bend. Let us now have a look at our form. As you can see, the software has respected our demands. Next, I would like to rearrange the form. So I'll click on Advanced. I'll then click on this form layout. The form layout allows us to rearrange and adjust. I want the dia, the bar weight, and the number of rows to be on the same row. So I'll tick these boxes to have them on the same row. I want the color and the field type to be the last row. So I'll click on them and then push them down. I now want the column height and the projection to be on the same row. So I'll tick these boxes. I now want to see units appear on them. So I'll come to the units and then tick them up. Now I have them. Next, I now want a separate tab for other neck column details. So I'll come to the form tab and provide the name of the tab I want them to be in. I'll name it neck column. I'll then copy it to save time. Now I have the other details moved into the neck column tab. Having had my desired form, I'll click on OK to get back to Advanced. I'll then click on the form to see how it looks. Everything is as I desired. We will now get back to Advanced to finalize our computation and then set the formula. I'll come to my first computation, the rod height, and in it, I want the column height to add with the projection. Next is the rod length, and in it, I want the rod height to subtract the base cover and then to add with the horizontal bend and then to also add with the vertical bend. Next, I want this takeoff to multiply by the rod length and to multiply by the number of rods, and then to multiply by the bar weight. I'll then change the units to kg. And with these details, the software gives us the result in kg. But what if you want the result in tons and not in kg? To have the result in tons and not in kg, you click on the bar and then click on these three dots. You highlight everything and then put it in bracket. And then divide the result. Whatever the result comes, you want it to divide by 1000. And once I hit this OK, the software will then give us the result in tons and not in kg. And our template is set. I'll click on OK. I'll then head back home to put it to test. I'll off this highlight. I'll then get to the tab I saved my template. And here I can see it. I'll click on the green button to activate it. I'll then provide the details. It is 16 mm dia and the corresponding bar weight, and then the number of rods, 6 numbers. I'll provide the neck column height 1.6 meters and then the projection 0.75 meters. Since this is neck column, I'll then provide the other details. Horizontal bend 0.3 meters. I don't have vertical bend in my specification. The base cover 0.05 meters. I'll then click on OK to highlight. I'll then highlight. As for the second example, main column, I'll activate the template again. I'll then provide the details. Since this is the main column, there's no need for the other details. So I'll click on OK to highlight. I'll then highlight. And that's another smart reinforcement template added to our growing PlanSwift library. Every template you build reduces repetitive work and makes your quantity takeoff process faster, more consistent, and more professional. If you found this tutorial helpful, subscribe to SwiftQS Academy and continue with the next reinforcement template in this playlist. Keep learning, keep building, and I will see you in the next one.